Let me begin with Mr. Ashwini Kumar. We talked about what's wrong with Indian science, but as the science interview which Pallav had done along with science journalists also pointed out, the Prime Minister has put his money where his mouth is, and we are going to see a huge doubling of research and development budget over the next 5 years. Tomorrow's National Science Day. Are you worried about what's going on currently or optimistic?
I'm very optimistic. I'm optimist for two reasons. We recently had an informal brainstorming in the Planning Commission with the Prime Minister. He reiterated his resolve that money will not be an hindrance as far as frontier areas of science and technology research is concerned, as far as giving a boost to the science and technology and innovation projects is concerned. From 0.98% of our GDP, we are going to increase in the 12th five-year plan the budget on R&D to 2%. In the 11th five-year plan, we had a capital outlay of about 33,000 crores for all the four ministries under the science and technology, which is now being increased to 78,500 plus 10,000 crores more for some special projects like supercomputing. Supercomputing itself is an area which is a great challenge. We had pressed for it. The Prime Minister has readily agreed to it. 2 or 3 points I wish to point out.
Yes.
Between 2000 and 2010, our peer-reviewed articles have doubled from 20,000 to 40,000. India's output in global science is increasing. However, it is true that we are way behind China by many parameters. Prime Minister was right when he said that we must make Chinese progress as the benchmark. I have, within my department and within the Planning Commission, repeatedly said that if India has to have any benchmark on almost any area, it has to be China.
Sadly, I think the only area we're outpacing them right now is population. But tell me, Mr. Kumar, is it about money or a mindset? We have Mr. Madhavan Nair, who will join us on the panel in a short while. The demoralization that Rodham Narasimha talked about, the fact that in many research organizations, the feeling that there's no career progression. Where do you go from here? There's more paying opportunities outside in fields like IT. Is the mindset really the problem?
No, I think you are right, and that is an acknowledged position. We recognize that. It is very difficult to convince people that if they dedicate a lifetime to science, they'll be able to have the lifestyles later on which many other people in other fields get. For this very reason, it is necessary for us to have a whole ecosystem reviewed, whether our ability to absorb in a meaningful way our top scientists in avocations and in vocations which will give them a life of dignity and quality as the other counterparts have. That is our function. That is why when I asked the question, why is it that in 2006-07 we are more or less close to China in supercomputing, why did we lose out so badly to China? And the answer was that the system did not create enough incentives and encouragement for that demand to be generated. So we are looking at it holistically. I have no doubt that today, being on the eve of the National Science Day, I think you will now hear India's increasing engagement internationally and domestically in science and technology.
Well,
the NDTV news app had redefined the entire genre. Now another market beater. It's already hit #1.
NDTV Profit, India's #1 finance app. Download free at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Live stream of NDTV Profit, market news and your easy-to-manage portfolio. Download now, ndtvprofit.com/apps.